Welcome to Talking Hills, Derek Ciapola with my co-host, my partners in crime, Nate Green, Jared Timms. Happy Sunday. Depends on how happy you want to be. Jack Kochanowicz isn't happy. We'll talk about that. Jared, how you doing?
Not doing too bad. A lot of minor league baseball going on, so I'm happy.
Oh, do explain what's going on right now.
Tri-City's playing.
Nate, how you doing?
Doing great. I think this is the last start I'm going to have to watch for a while, so it's good. Last Jack K start I'm going to have to watch at least until September.
All right, here we go then. Real quick, here's a word for our sponsors. All right, so the reason why Nate's making those comments is Jack has already been sent down the AAA. I think. Is it AAA?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. After an absolute horrid start today, the rubber game of the three-game set in Detroit. Tigers take it, winning 9-5 in 90-degree heat up there. Jack Kochanowicz struggles. Overall, I would Jared, you and I got this one right? We called this?
No,
Me and you.
You and Nate did.
Oh, you and Nate?
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so anyways, I thought you got it too. Okay,
We
anyways.
all got it. You guys got the extra points.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, there we go. Right now our point settings
Did
are
you did you
ugly.
have Jack winning his start? Are
We
you
didn't know
insane?
we were TBD. It was TBD when we recorded the podcast. We didn't know
But
who it
we
was.
assumed.
I said I thought it might be Medeiros at that point, but
Should have been,
yeah.
apparently. All right. Angels lose game one, 6-5. Not a bad series, by the way, overall. They gave the Tigers some fits. 6-5. Reed Detmers struggles. Any thoughts here, Nate?
I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about this game and about how this thing went on, but I do think that we need to talk a lot more about game one. But Screwball, they hit Screwball around. Hendricks pitched well, gave him a chance to win. Um, Detmers didn't have it, and it happens. Like I think when you see a guy have success for that long, for that period of time that he kind of has had it for, it's like, oh, this guy's invincible. He should never blow a game, and it happens. He walks a couple of guys, and then one big hit, and it changes the whole outcome of the game. Like that's why most pitching coaches and most coaches will tell you, like, don't walk the leadoff guy. Walks will kill you, like all those things, and like it came back to bite him, and it happens. But um, they were able to hit Screwball around a little bit, and Hendricks was able to keep him in the game long enough. But like I said, one big swing by Matt Vierling. What a great job by him coming off the bench and hitting a three-run jack. I mean, that's huge.
Jared, your thoughts on game one?
Yeah, a tough game. It wasn't this whole series in particular didn't feel like the series before where it was felt like lazy baseball, felt like bad baseball. Like I thought the Angels in general played a decently good series, minus game three where Kochanowicz just didn't have it. But yeah, game one wise, it's gonna happen with the bullpen, unfortunately. Bullpen for the most part was fairly good this entire series, minus the one inning by Reed Detmers, and that lost them the game, unfortunately. So yeah, I think you learn from it. It's a young team. I thought it was cool to see him hit around the best pitcher, if not one of, if not the best pitcher in baseball in Tarek Skubal. Feels like Zach Neto kind of has his number. It feels like he's hit 4 home runs against him this year or something like that. Maybe less than that, maybe three. But it definitely feels like he's hit a good amount of home runs off of Tarek Skubal, which is cool to see. Zach Neto take that step and face good pitching and stuff like that. Had a chance to win that game one and prove us all wrong, but fortunately, like I said, it just came down to one bad inning.
Two
My,
homers for Neto against them.
I mean, they had a shot. They had a shot for the whole series, honestly. So it's a bummer, and I'm glad it didn't go. I contemplated going. I didn't. I just decided I didn't want to melt in 90-degree heat in Detroit, especially in Detroit. Nobody wants to be in Detroit 90-degree heat. So, anyways, game two, bullpen holds strong in a 7-4 win. Jared,
Yeah, good all the way around. It's good to see Adele start getting hot again after kind of a cooling off a little bit. I think he had 2 home runs this series in general. That was one of them. Big home run there. Gustavo Campero, I think off the bench. I don't think he started, right? I think Teodosio got hurt in that game. And Campero came off the bench, hit the big three run home run, and yeah, the Angels really didn't look back. The bullpen held it down. Kikuchi didn't have his best stuff, unfortunately, but yeah, you bullpen. It's gonna be a little inconsistent. We saw it with Detmers in game one, but game two they really stepped up and I thought pitched well against a good Tigers offense.
Nate, game two.
Yeah, Kikuchi did his normal thing. Nothing special there where you're going, oh man, he was lights out, but just kind of was able to get through some things. I remember calling Jared. I was a little pissed off with the way that that game was managed. I thought it was a bad managerial job in that one. Luckily, the Angels were able to do enough in the offense to get that done. But um, I'll talk about it right now. But like it's the bottom of the second inning. You're up 1-0. There's a runner on third with one out, and we're bringing the infield in. We're not facing Tyreek Skubal in game two. We're not facing Paul Skeens right now. We're not facing a guy that we're going to have trouble scoring runs against. Charlie Morton has not been that good this year. He's been okay at times, but he hasn't been elite. And you're going to bring in the infield in the second inning of a game. Like, what are we doing? Like, all you're doing is creating a big inning for the offense because now a flare or a base hit gets some things going instead of, hey, play the infield back. Who cares if they tie the game? You make an out and you move on. I think that's a terrible job managerial wise. Again, by Monty, I think that's just something that needs to be known. It's like I understand you're facing Paul Skeens, you're facing Tyreek Skubal. Like, hey, we might be lucky to score 2 runs tonight, but you're facing Charlie Morton with an ERA over 5. Like, you're going to be able to score some runs today. I just think it was a terrible job, but luckily Angels got it done and some big home runs in that game. Taylor Ward as well.
Morton got 10 strikeouts in that game as well. So some ups and downs. Angels still
There
win.
are guys who strike guys out and don't have good outings though, but
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying. Like,
No,
give
no,
up
I was just
six
getting a
runs.
basic number. I was already moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was already. I just want to point that out because something we talked about in the preview was the way you
They
know
strike
striking
out a lot.
out, and they didn't strike out a whole lot against Google, but Morton came in there, 41 Earl Troy Morton, come out 10 times. Jack Kochanowicz in game three, yuck, yuck, 6 runs. It's ugly. Do we have any thoughts here? Actually have a question for Jared when you guys get your thoughts on the actual game itself. So I'll save you for last, Jared. Nate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sick and tired of watching Jack go out there every fifth day. I guess it was every sixth day on this one because they moved Kikuchi up a day, but like it's time. Give somebody else a chance. We've seen all we need to see out of this one. Nolan Shanuel, double-digit home runs. Will he get to 15? The chase for 15 is on. Can he do it? We'll see. Um, I don't know. This game was very sloppy. It's a fake 9-5 game. It was over in the third inning, fourth inning.
Jared.
Yeah, what's your question?
Just your overall thoughts on the game. That I have an actual question for you about Jack Kochanowicz.
Oh, shoot with the question because I don't have any overall thoughts. We only got to talk about Jack Hanowitz. It was a bad game. I mean,
Oh, well, it's just about Jack Kochanowicz though.
go for it.
Given what we've seen of him, given what you know on his profile, can he recover from this? Can he be a guy come next year in the future can be a part of this Angels roster one way or another?
Yeah, I do. I don't think that again, I don't think there was ever any doubt that he should be part of this Angels roster. I just think that in a starter's role, especially with having other guys and Jose Soriano and even Kyle Hendricks that have very similar repertoires. Not that Kyle Hendricks is gassing out 97 miles an hour, but I think that very similar repertoires. It's tough to include him in there. I would have been okay, a little bit more okay with a move like this if, a Kyle Hendricks or Tyler Anderson or somebody like that wasn't on the team long, like this year, wasn't going to be in the rotation this year. Um, but yeah, I mean, the stuff isn't bad at all. He just needs to chase the swing and miss a little bit more. He needs to be a little bit more competitive, out of the zone instead of trying to get those low pitch outs. Because when he gets the low pitch outs, low pitch count outs, I mean, we've seen him throw 60 pitches or 65 pitches in 6 innings and not give up any runs. And it's like, okay, that's fun, but it's not sustainable, unfortunately. The swing and miss is a little bit more sustainable, especially in today's game where there's a lot of strikeouts. And yeah, it's just a little bit tough to have one Jack Kochanowicz in your rotation is fine and everything, but to have multiple Jack Kanowitzes in your rotation, I'm not even just talking about the stat line itself. I'm talking about repertoire. To have multiple guys that do the same thing, that don't rely on the swing and miss, that don't rely on the strikeout, that type of stuff, that still have really good stuff. Because I think Jack has really good stuff. Is really tough for any team. So yeah, I like Jack Hanowitz. I just think that. He needs to chase the swing and miss a little bit more. He's got to be competitive outside of the zone a little bit more. And I don't mind every once in a while trying to go for those low pitch outs by any means. Like I don't want to see the Andrew Heaney starts or anything like that where it's 100 pitches in 4 or 5 innings or anything like that. Like I like seeing, I want to see pitchers go out there and throw a Maddox, but I also don't, it's a tough middle ground for sure. I think that he needed to stay down in AAA. The first time that they sent him down, I didn't think that calling him back up was gonna do him any good. And I don't know if AAA is gonna do him any good anyways. This might just be the pitcher that he is, and it might be a good thing to let him go, throw in the bullpen next year for the Angels and pull a Reed Detmers and let him just go chuck, hit 100 miles an hour every time with the sinker and be a two-pitch pitcher and throw that slider or sweeper. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. I do think he's a part of the future moving forward. I mean, yeah, he had a bad a bad couple weeks here that kicked up that ERA, but we've also seen him where he's been pretty dang good. So he's got to be around the zone and he's got to be competitive outside the zone, if that makes any sense at all.
What blows my mind is you have Reed Detmers, a guy who's got basically in his repertoire than Jack does right now. And you've got Reed buried in the bullpen, and you've been throwing Jack Kochanowicz out there every fifth day,
I
every
think
sixth day.
I'm gonna say this about Reed Detmers. This year has been very good for him. Like I think next year he's in the rotation, and I'm totally fine with what they're doing. Only because I mean, you look at what the Angels are doing, and they mimic exactly what the Milwaukee Brewers are doing with a lot of their pitchers, Freddie Peralta, Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, that type of stuff, and um. Detmers being in the bullpen, I'm fine with it. Like I would have rather seen him in the rotation and have success like this, but also the success that he's having is a good stepping stone for him for sure. Like I'm not upset with what Reed Detmers is doing in the bullpen. It's a fantastic stepping stone for him, especially for somebody that was probably brought up at not the best of times for him either. He probably could have, been down in the minors a little bit longer, but yeah, it is what it is. I like Detmers in the bullpen right now. It's perfectly fine.
All right, any other thoughts on the series at all?
Yeah, Ray Montgomery, terrible job all week, all weekend, should I say? You
Who
cannot.
do you dislike more, Ray Montgomery or Jose Suarez?
Ooh,
Wow, that's tough.
both of them should be on the same team. Ray should manage the double A Braves, and then it would be perfect. Um, no, absolutely awful job. Like to come out and to say that the loss is on Logan O'Hoppe because he didn't catch the ball well enough, like that's absolutely awful. Um, let's call it how it is. The umpire wasn't good in the game anyway. Like it wasn't like he was perfect with his zone. And actually, one of the pitches that Montgomery was pissed off about, Tarek Skubal was pissed off about, and I believe the second inning. So it's not like the umpire was perfect in the game anyway. But for you to sit here and call out the guy who kind of has been the focal leader of this team all offseason. I know he struggled this year. You're trying to gain confidence from the young kid who's struggling a little bit, and you're going to sit here and go, "Yeah, if O'Hoppe would have caught the ball better, we'd probably win that game." And it's like, no, if you don't walk three guys in the inning, you probably win the game. How about we don't walk the leadoff guy and then walk the next guy and give up a three run tank? Like, I mean, why are we blaming Logan O'Hoppe for one or two pitches that weren't called strikes when it wasn't even that bad of a frame job by Logan O'Hoppe? Like, could it have been better? Sure, but I've seen way worse frame jobs by catchers this year. And for you to call out Logan O'Hoppe it just shows very immature man. Like he's an immature manager. That's just where we're going to be right now. Is we'll just leave it at that.
Yes, you are correct. He's only managed 50 games.
And how long has he been on a bench for?
And
Right?
like
Like
he's only
he's been on
been
a bench for a long time. He's been around a lot of smart people. Like for you to give him the benefit of the doubt here is just absolutely ridiculous. Like you've been giving Jack
I,
Kochanowicz the benefit of the doubt all year. You've been giving all these guys the benefit of the doubt, saying, "Oh well, it's okay. It's just the last couple outings that have raised Jack Kochanowicz's ERA." Before we sent him down, he led Major League Baseball in ERA. The worst ERA in Major League Baseball, and we're going to say, oh, it's just been the last couple outings. No, he's been bad all year. So we don't need this. Oh, it's okay, Monty. It's still you're still young. Like no, be better.
I I wasn't backing Monty up. All I said was you said he was immature. I said he's only managed 50 games and only been doing press conferences for 50 games. Like that's it, man. Like I agree. Like
He's got to be better.
you shouldn't be putting any blame on Logan O'Hoppe or anything like that for sure. But also I remember pitching and having bad catchers, and Logan O'Hoppe isn't a great catcher, and it doesn't help your pitching staff at all. So I'm not going to blame the 3 walks on the pitching or on Logan O'Hoppe, but I mean we've both been there when we've had really crappy catchers, man.
It wasn't even Logan O'Hoppe's fault. Like,
No,
yes, I'm not.
you're
I'm
right.
not saying Logan O'Hoppe has been elite behind the dish,
No,
but like for you to call out one player and be like, "Hey, he's the reason we lost today." Like, no, you're the reason we lost today. You brought in Detmers, you left him in there. You're the one who gave him the lead. Like, take it on yourself. It's okay. Like, the Angels aren't a playoff team. We know that. But like for you to sit here after a game and just be like, "Oh, hey, we win that game if Logan O'Hoppe's better." Like, no. And what does winning that game mean to the Angels? What they go from 6 games under 500 to 5 games under 500? They still suck. Like you're not helping your job. You're not helping anything by sitting here going, "Oh, it's O'Hoppe's fault." Like all you're doing is pissing everyone off, and you're just dividing the team. And you don't need that. Like we need this young core to stick together. And by blaming things on Logan O'Hoppe, now all of a sudden you're just going to have sides of this thing where it's we're on Logan's side, we're on Monty's side, and it's just going to create a divide between the org. And we don't need that. You need to be uplifting to young guys and say, hey, you know what? Logan's been struggling lately. He's working on things. He's going to keep getting better. We're gonna find opportunities for him to get better. And whose fault was it that we started Logan O'Hoppe that day? Like Travis d'Arnaud had the day off Thursday. Actually, the whole Angels team had the day off Thursday. So if you're going to sit here and blame Logan O'Hoppe for catching, how about you blame it for writing his name in the lineup card?
Just a thought. I'm going to take a different approach, and yeah, just one of the things I've learned over time is that you players should be held accountable by their manager, by their head coach. But what I want to hear from Montgomery is, you know, I don't, yeah, sure, I'm not the one making the pitches. I'm not the one taking the at-bats. However, I'm the one putting the lineup in the field. I'm the one making decisions out there. And the performance starts with me. And so for you to actually turn around, but it's like, well, our our player, wanting it's absolving yourself or not holding yourself accountable for the performance in the field. And that's the problem I have. Is, I don't again, I don't like this idea that that managers should not call out their players. You better be willing to call yourself out and hold yourself accountable as well. And I wouldn't be so quick to throw people out under the bus by name. I mean, so I guess I don't know how to better say that, but if you're going to call people out, hold yourself accountable because I don't think I've ever heard him say it's my fault. He's not. Yeah, have you guys heard him say it's my fault yet, by chance?
No, he blames others.
Okay, and that's the problem. So, and well, 50 games, 20 games, 25 games, 10 games, most grown adults at this point can figure that part out. So that's my issue with it. Really quick, go into the Dodger series. Go. Pitching match of game one, Yamamoto versus Soriano. Yamamoto's been terribly inconsistent of late. They got a shot. Thoughts?
Facing
Jared?
Soriano has been equally as
Yeah, I
inconsistent.
know, right? Didn't want to say that part. Jared?
I I don't like this match. I don't like any of this for the Angels here this week, unfortunately. Yamamoto's a good pitcher. I know he's been a little inconsistent, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Angels with a loss here.
Nate,
This is a this is going to be an interesting one because Yamamoto's a big strikeout guy. Should fit into to what the Angels struggle with. I think Soriano pitches well and the Angels win game one. I think there's something about the Dodgers that there's something about the Dodgers series that just brings some of these young guys to play a little bit more, and I think we've seen it this year. Whenever they're playing a little bit better of a team, they show up a little bit more. So I think that they win game one.
okay. I think sort of better in this game. It's very rare for him to turn in multiple poor games in a row. Occasional stretch, but I like what he can. I like the pitch better. Thing is, I mean, the Angels are starting to fall off here a bit, and I have a hard time thinking as the Dodgers are starting to get things together as they're heading down their stretch that everything's going to be fine and dandy. I'm taking I'm taking Yamamoto and the Dodgers game one.
Proud of you. You.
Jared,
Yeah, you got game two, Emmett Sheehan against Tyler Anderson, man. That's a fun matchup for sure. I like Emmett Sheehan in this matchup as well. I'm gonna go against Tyler Anderson. Like I said, I don't like this matchup at all for the Angels, or I don't like the series at all for the Angels. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, this is a tough one too because Sheehan hasn't really gone deep into games. So they're gonna have to use that bullpen. That bullpen's been really bad lately as well. This is a huge series for the Dodgers. No one wants to talk about it, but this is a massive, massive series for the Dodgers. They're 2 games up on San Diego going into this series. So, um, Anderson, I really don't like Anderson at all, but I'm gonna be that guy. Angels win game two.
Jesus. All right, here we go. Angels win game two.
You
I
have
like
Angels winning
Anderson.
game two?
Well, I don't. I, Sheehan's not been going deep into games. Anderson will keep you in it for 5 innings. Bullpen's been a lot better. I like them winning this game. Ohtani, here we go. Starts against the Angels. Hendricks going for the Halos. Nate,
Yeah, again, this is another thing where you're probably going to use a lot of the bullpen in game two. Otani's only going to go 4 innings max, and the Angels are going to have an opportunity to get to Ben Casparis. Cas Casparis? See? Um, they're going to have an opportunity to get to him. I think he's probably going to follow Otani based on how things have been going lately. Um, man, and Hendricks has pitched well. I think he just outdueled. He basically just outpitched Turkey Schoolball. So I'm gonna say the Angels sweep. I'm gonna be that guy. The Angels sweep. Um, yeah, Angels sweep. Angels go 6-0 against the Dodgers this year. This is gonna age poorly when they lose game one, 13-2, but it's fine.
but hey, it goes against the negative Nate trend.
That's right.
Jared,
I did have them getting swept. I was thinking about it, and then I thought Otani not going deep into a game. Sheehan's probably not going to go deep into a game either. If Yamamoto doesn't go deep into a game, that bullpen's taxed by game three. And you, like I said, you know Otani's probably not going deep into a game. He's
Four is the
going
most he's going. They've already
exactly.
mentioned that.
Yeah, he's not going to go deep into it. So I'll take the Angels winning this game. It goes against my Kyle Hendricks thing, but
How dare you?
I know it's the opposite of what I had a feeling at the beginning where I trusted Anderson. I don't trust Anderson at all right now. I do trust Hendricks a little bit to get you deep into a game and hopefully with the lead as well. So we'll see. It's going to be fun. It'll be fun to see Ohtani back in Anaheim and pitching and see how the fans respond to him, even though 75% of them are going to be Dodger fans.
the Angels win this game. I think I just look at the Dodgers bullpen being a complete and total mess by time. Unless Yamamoto can pull out 7, 8 innings tomorrow night to kind of rest up that bullpen, I don't see that. So Angels take 2 out of 3.
Mike Trout hits 400 against Ohtani. What?
Yeah, what, like,
Like, don't. I mean, Mike Trout struck out to end the World Baseball Classic against Ohtani. I don't want that part.
those
Yeah,
are
but
different. Those are different guys
that's a way
now.
different thing.
Yeah.
Ohtani has
Yeah.
1 inning to pitch. It's so easy when you only have 1 inning. 4 innings is a way different beast for him.
Yep. All right. There you go. That about does it. Any final things, guys?
Yeah, Nate, where did you see that Ray Montgomery blamed Logan O'Hoppe?
Uh, I'll text it to you.
No, no, no. I have it up.
What he said, if Logan catches the ball better, we probably win that game.
Did you get it from Beyond the Halo?
Yes.
Okay, here's the quote. It's kind of a conversation we have night in and night out about how we've got to stay sharp and how we've got to present pitches as much as they've got to call them to. Montgomery said, obviously, we don't want those called balls. That's the
And
quote.
then
Don't
keep
misquote.
going. And then keep
That's all
going.
that's all the quote is
No,
right
keep
there.
going. There's another part. See,
I don't have another part there. That's the
oh,
only
I
part
had
that I
another
have.
part. That's why.
That's the only part that was said here. I don't see anything else. I could look at Jeff. It was Jeff. It was Jeff Fletcher, but I can look at that and see. But that's the only thing that I have from a screenshot. So
I have another part. I'll find it, send it to you. But there is another part where he was like, I'll find it.
no, I'm just saying, like that was the part that I had. I don't see him blaming him at all. Like I get what you guys are saying. I get what you're saying, and I do. But like also, I don't see him blaming because I was just looking at it to see what we had there. No, yeah, I'm my final thought. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. What happened to David Fletcher? MLB just kick him to the curb since Angels are playing the Dodgers. You know, and Shohei Ohtani's going to be back in town. We haven't heard too much about David Fletcher, huh?
Good
Because he's
question.
not a good baseball player.
Oh, well, yeah, but
Do
also
you know the answer? Where's David Fletcher at?
he's
AAA with
playing
with the
AAA,
Braves.
playing AAA for the Braves right now. But regardless, you think we'd hear a little bit more about David Fletcher, right? Being that he might have been part of a betting scandal. Just throwing it out there.
No.
Just throwing it out there.
Now I'm curious. I'm gonna
You're
go look
welcome.
at his stats.
You're welcome. So,
He's
all
not
right,
good at baseball. That
wrap it up, Derek. Wrap it up. Let's go. I got dinner.
Oh, he's hitting
I'm
169
just saying we
Yeah.
haven't heard
minors
anything
this
about
year.
David Fletcher. I'm
because
not.
he's a bad baseball player.
That's fine, but you know, I mean, there's a reason why he got traded, and there was mention of him being in the scandal. So why all of a sudden haven't we heard about him? But all these other guys are getting banged on.
Because he's hitting 169, nobody
There
cares.
you go. All right, sounds good. I'm just over here stirring the pot.
I mean,
Shohei Ohtani's coming back in town. I just want to stir the pot a little
all
bit.
those folks who just love them some David Fletcher are gonna have some things to say to you now. You're gonna have things to say.
Yeah,
All right, follow
I'll be
Jared at
getting a
Jared
text
underscore
from
Tim. Follow
John.
me at DC Paula and follow Nate at Nate Green 34. Miss you, John. Till next time, we're out of here.